There's a kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful. It feels loaded, weighted, like it's trying too hard to feel normal. That's what the weekend before my wedding felt like. I'm Nathan, 31. And up until 2 weeks ago, I thought I was about to marry the woman I'd spend the rest of my life with, Jessa, 29. We met through a mutual friend at a charity benefit. She was funny, elegant, sarcastic in just the right way. She loved old jazz records, hated small talk, and made me believe that forever could be something beautiful. We were together for years. I gave her my best years, my future, my trust. And in return, she gave me everything, except the truth. Her bachelorette weekend was supposed to be low-key, a wine retreat in Napa with her bridal party. She'd been planning it for months. No wild Vegas party, no last-minute surprises. That's what she swore. The last thing she said before boarding the flight was, "Don't worry, babe. I'll FaceTime you every night." That was Thursday morning. I didn't hear from her again until Sunday afternoon. No FaceTime, no texts, no calls, just nothing. At first, I told myself she was just having fun. Spotty service, drunk giggles with the girls. I didn't want to be that guy, clingy, insecure, panicky. But by Friday night, when my delivered messages hadn't turned into read in 36 hours, my gut started burning. By Saturday morning, her location was off. By Saturday night, I'd gone from patient to paranoid to S.O. I texted her best friend, Lana. "Hey, haven't heard from Jess. Everything cool?" She replied 3 hours later with a single word. "Yep." That was it. No follow-up. No emojis. Nothing. Something was off. My gut knew it. But what came next? I wasn't prepared for that. Sunday morning. Still no word from Jessa. No calls. No explanations. I was sitting at the kitchen table with my tux hanging on the closet door, our wedding playlist playing softly through the Bluetooth speaker, when my phone buzzed. It was a Dropbox link sent by Lana.no message. Just the link. I hesitated, wondering if it was a mistake. I clicked anyway. Inside were 7 videos, clips, laughter, blurry movement, clearly filmed at night, clearly not meant for me. The first clip, Jessa, in a white satin robe, sitting on someone's lap. Not a stranger, not a girl. Him, Austin, her ex, the one she told me was just a fling from her 20s. The one she swore was a toxic mistake, and not even someone she'd be friends with anymore. In the clip, she looked happy, comfortable. She leaned in and kissed him. Not drunk kiss sloppy, but familiar. Like she'd done it 1,000 times before. My mouth went dry. I sat frozen, watching 6 more videos. One after another, shots of them dancing at what looked like a private house. One of them getting into a hot tub. Another of her kissing him in a kitchen, while her friends laughed in the background. At one point, someone off camera said, "Jess, you're so bad. Does Nathan know?" And she said, laughing, drunk but clear as day, "Nope. And let's keep it that way." I paused the video, just stared at the screen. That voice, the same voice that told me I was her person. The same voice that cried during our engagement and said she couldn't believe someone like me loved her back. That voice had just stabbed me in the back and laughed about it. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I sat in the dark, listening to our wedding playlist still playing in the background. At last, by Etta James, that she'd chosen that song. Austin. The ex who meant nothing. The ex who was a chapter she was glad to close. The one I wasn't allowed to bring up because it made her feel judged. He was at her bachelorette weekend. And the worst part? Her friends knew. They were laughing with her, filming her, protecting her lie. Except for one. Lana. She didn't say a word, but she sent me everything. And that's when I realized Lana hadn't slipped up. She broke ranks. Someone in that group still had a soul. I didn't sleep that night. How could I? I lay there in the dark, the screen of my phone still glowing faintly, the videos burned into my mind. I didn't need to rewatch them. Every detail was already tattooed on my brain. The robe she wore, white, silk, the same one she packed into her bridal suitcase. The ring on her finger, our engagement ring, reflecting the lights of some rented Airbnb. The laughter, the kiss, and still, no message from her. By Sunday evening, I had made my decision. I called Lana. She picked up on the first ring. No greeting, just silence. "Why'd you send me those?" I asked. She was quiet for a moment. "Because it was wrong. All of it. You didn't deserve this." I thought if I stayed quiet, I'd be helping her. But after what I saw, I couldn't carry it. Was everyone else in on it? I asked. Not all. A couple of them left early. But the ones who stayed? Yeah. They laughed, filmed it, even encouraged her. I closed my eyes. Thank you, I said. Are you still going through with it? She asked. The wedding? Yeah. I paused. No. But I am going through with something. She flew back Monday morning. I knew her schedule. I had the flight details saved from when we were still in sync, still planning every hour of our wedding week like a fairy tale. I was sitting in the living room when she walked through the door, hair in a bun, no makeup, tired eyes, like she'd been partying harder than planned. Hey babe, she said, tossing her bag on the couch. Sorry I didn't text much. Reception was garbage. You know how these vineyards are. She leaned down to kiss me. I moved my face away. What's wrong? She blinked. Take a seat, I said calmly. She sat, confused, maybe a little hungover, definitely unaware that I pulled up the videos Lana had sent me. Hit play. Turned the volume all the way up. She watched in silence. First confused, then horrified, then defensive. Nathan, it wasn't what it looked like. I was drunk. It didn't mean anything. I held up a finger. Pause the video. Jess, that's the 4th time you kissed him. You're laughing. You're conscious. You even said I didn't know, and that we should keep it that way. Her eyes welled up. I'm so sorry. Please don't do this. It was a mistake. I nodded slowly. One I'm not going to let define the rest of my life. She moved toward me. We can talk to someone. Go to counseling. I'll cut everyone off. I'll do anything. I shook my head. You did this the weekend before our wedding. When I was home writing my vows, you were reliving your past with a guy you swore was out of your life. I messed up, she cried. But I love you. No, I said. You love the version of me who didn't know better. I stood. You can stay here tonight. But by tomorrow, I want your things out. The wedding's canceled. The next 48 hours were a blur. Phone calls. Vendors. Deposits lost. Family members in shock. Her mother called me sobbing, begging me not to cancel. Her father? He didn't say much, just, I warned her. People said I was cruel for canceling so close to the date. Others called me a hero for not letting the wedding go through. But I didn't care about being called anything. I just wanted peace. Lana and I stayed in touch, not romantically, but respectfully. I thanked her again. She said she couldn't keep pretending. Said she was done with the group. I thought we were bridesmaids, she said. Turns out, we were just backup dancers to her drama. Jessa moved out 3 days later. No more grand speeches. No more begging. Just boxes, silence, and the sound of closure. Hunter? He ghosted. Again. Because that's what guys like him do. They don't stay. They just destroyed. It's been 3 months. I'm not bitter. I'm not broken. I'm just clear. I walk more. Eat slower. Listen to music again without choking on old memories. I even took a solo trip to the exact same vineyard she visited. Not out of revenge, just to reclaim it. For me, people say it's sad that I never got to read my vows. But I did. I stood in front of the mirror the morning of our canceled wedding and read them aloud. I promised to protect my heart, even when it's been handed over too fast. I promised to trust my instincts, even when it hurts. And I promise, no matter what, I will never settle for half of a love I give in full. Broken heart, if you've ever dodged a bullet at the last possible moment, this story is for you. Hit like, comment, and subscribe if you believe real love doesn't cheat. These stories are true. The heartbreak is real. We only change the names to protect the people involved. But the lessons? They stay with us.